Alright, this is a user clip LearnWake analysis video. Lyle, one of our loyal members, submitted some switch tantrums and some regular whirly birds. His question is, why was he able to stop his rotation on the one he landed and not on the ones that he fell on? So I'm going to go through this. We're going to skip over the switch tantrums. I might come back to that depending on how long this runs. So alright, right about here we start doing the whirly birds. For the most part, this position is great for tantrums. The more seated that you are, the easier it is to get off your edge, go flat, and then switch your edge to get tripped by the wake. I think the big difference that I see is if you look closely at your back leg, on the first two you tend to pop kind of early with your back leg. You'll see it actually straighten out early, so let's advance to that. And you can kind of see it there. You can see it better when we slow it down. We're going to go through this again real quick. I'm going to let it play through, get to the slow-mo version. Alright, let's fast forward this up a little bit so we get closer to the wake. And now, watch your back leg. Look how early you start to straighten it. Did you see it right there? Let me back it up just a touch. Play through it again. And you actually start to straighten it right there off the bottom of the wake, instead of waiting to start to straighten it as you hit the face and push off the top. And I think this is a big problem why you're actually getting hung up. Because right here you're actually pushing off your edge instead of waiting flat and then pushing off the top, which will project you more up and you won't get hung up in the rotation. The other slight, you can't see it as much on this one, but the overall impression that I get is you're pushing this one back instead of up, and your front shoulder is a little high. For a whirly bird, it's better if your front shoulder is low. It helps you roll towards the boat more. Let's let it play through. And you can see since that front shoulder was high, it doesn't let you roll into the trick good. And then you get hung up right there because everything's going. If you're tilting away from the boat, then everything goes away from the boat, and that's all due to your shoulders. So this is number 2. Still a great position, but same thing. You can see your leg got a little closer on that one, but you can see your leg straighten out kind of early. So let's get it a little bit closer to the wake. Now watch your back leg. Boom. You already stood tall and you haven't even hit the wake yet. And I think this is a big reason why you're not projecting the trick up, getting the freedom to spin without as much line tension. Let's look at your shoulders on this one. This one was better. You actually a little bit more straight up off the top of the wake instead of back, it seems, than the other one, but your front shoulder is still high instead of low. Your back shoulder should be higher than your front shoulder right here. And the same thing happens. You just can't twist into the trick soon enough, and that's what gets you hung up right there. A little bit closer because it wasn't as bad, but again, that's the reason that you're having problems. Let's go to the next one. Whoops. And this one, you can see that you waited a little bit longer to push, so we're going to get to the slow-mo version. This all looks great. And then watch your leg. You don't push, see your leg still bent? That means you waited a little bit longer. And then you push off the top, and then look at your front shoulder. A lot lower than your back shoulder on this one. And that's what helps you roll better, sooner. And then you don't get hung up as much. So just a little bit more freedom. You can see the line is has a lot less tension, and it just puts you on the board. I think if you solve those two problems, so let's recap. Let's go through this one more time. This is all good. Right here you didn't straighten as early. Let's play it. You didn't straighten as much, but I think it made, since you didn't push early, you didn't trip off the bottom of the wake. It made you wait till the top of the wake, but the big difference is your shoulders. You can see how your back shoulder is a little bit higher than your front shoulder, and that just makes you roll better into the trick. So fix those 3 things. Your pop off the wake, don't push early, push off the top, and then your shoulders, and then make sure you project it up. and you should be good to go.